Hello, I'm Matthew Honestchuk, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this next video segment, which is from the early days of my channel practice group, Nathan discusses belief systems. Belief systems are our filters to the reality of the real world that we deal with on a day to day basis. These belief systems are either incorporated from areas of life that we learn or that we're taught, or we develop them ourselves. And they're not bad, they're actually helpful because they allow us to take in the reality that we're seeing through a filter that helps us make it a little bit more manageable for us. But the important thing is to review these on an ongoing basis, especially if you're on a path to wanting to connect to your true nature and live a life that's more authentic at a higher vibration level. Because as you'll find as you grow, some belief systems may have served you in the past, but as you want to expand and drop walls to create a more fulfilled and joyful life, some of those belief systems are limiting. And it's important to review those and discover what ones are not serving you anymore and to release them when the time is right. So I'll leave you with this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested in a personalized session where I can help you connect to these wise beings for information that may be useful to you in your life, I'll leave a link down below to my new website as I'm offering private sessions now. I'll leave this with you and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and have yourself a great day.
Greetings, folks. Welcome to today, the beginning of your next stage up in your development. Funny how Matthew asked the question earlier about himself, yet he has the answers within himself to know what his path brings forward to him. But yet, nonetheless, this is the start of your next level up on your journeys, each and every one of you for that matter. Whether you consider yourself to be a beginner, a novice, or an advanced student, all of you are masters. The simple fact that you are here developing your skills through an inkling, excitement, an idea, passion, something that came up in your life that caught your attention on this particular path. That is because the light of the master is within you, something that not only cannot be extinguished, but cannot be forgotten for too long. For yes, you come into the body here, into this environment, completely forgetful of who you truly are, simply because that is the journey to experience life, the emotions that go along with it, to discover and remember who you truly are, the master within. So you may ask yourself, what are my next steps? Well, that question is answered in a customized version for each individual. For each individual's soul plan is unique, like a snow print. We are here in a helpful manner, but respect your boundaries, respect your belief systems. But please know that your connection to us is complete and always available to you. If you have difficulties in feeling or receiving our guidance, our wisdom, anything that it is that you ask of us, first start with your own belief systems. Take the time to consciously look at how you see the world and perceive it through the lenses of your eyes, but also how you interpret the information that comes through those eyes utilizing your brain. For belief systems are the filters that reside in front of the eyes and sometimes even behind the eyes. So when information comes in, it's factual. What you're seeing is exactly what's happening in reality. However, filters warp and change the signature of those vibrations so that you perceive them in the way that you are either desiring to perceive them or in a way that is more manageable for you. But do take stock of the ones that you perhaps are starting to consciously become aware of as being no longer useful for you. They may have been at one time, but you're finding now that these particular belief systems are no longer working for you. Well, it is okay to let them go. In fact, we encourage it. For the connection between us and you and yourself and your higher self when you're channeling is much more clear, concise, and helpful when you have less filters in between that are distorting the information, distorting the signal, or just plain out convincing you that you're just making it up. So this is one aspect of your new development to the next stage, irrespective of where you think you are on the development curve, to start taking time to look at how you see the world, what kind of belief systems may be changing the perspective of what is actually occurring, and see which ones work for you, which ones do not, and discard the ones that no longer serve you with grace and love. You thank them for what they provided you and what they represented to you and how they helped you see the world at the time that they were useful, but you simply thank them for their assistance and allow them to depart and allow that space to open up now that that system is no longer being carried by you, and more light will come in, light from your higher self, light from us, and fill that space, fill that void up, and create literally more light from within and outward. As Edgar Casey was talking about earlier, as he was referring to Matthew with beams of light coming into him, for he has been shedding his false belief systems faster than he gives himself credit for, and is allowing him to gather more light within himself and remember more of his gifts and skills.